this computer.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay. So again, to get here, I clicked, the edit page. I opened the Divi builder, which is specific to this WordPress theme, and I'm looking at the front end, and we can make.
Where do you get Divi Builder?
Okay, so let me.
Yeah, I saw the edit page thing you did.
Yeah, there's a couple ways we can get there.
I think. Oh yeah. Can you click continue on that thing to get rid of that blue box for the recording thing? Do you see that, or is that me?
I think that's you. I'm not seeing it.
Oh, it is me. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
All right. Gotcha.
So if you're logged in and looking here, anything purple is Divi. So I can click just enable Visual Builder right here. Or, if you're familiar with WordPress, often you go to edit page.
Right.
You can get there. You just have to do a few more clicks. So even from here, it might be easiest just to consider that you're going to the Visual Builder, which is Divi specific. And I have it here in another tab. And I was showing that how the white sections are these strips going all the way across. And those are divided into columns. And then each little text module, each little photograph module, they're always gray. So if I go to here to the corner, which I opened up here, to this wireframe view.
Okay.
This allows me to see the layout a little better. And honestly, I wouldn't recommend telling everybody to go ahead and move columns around because it's going to break the layout.
No.
But you do.
No one does that.
Good. You can see the pattern though. I have an image here and some text and an image here and then some text, and it just kind of goes down. And then
Is this the home page we're looking at here?
Yes.
Okay.
I do invite you to feel free to alter anything in these gray boxes because that won't break the layout. So this is an image. Here's the text. I can click the gear and you just paste in what you want to change it to.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then you save by the clicking this green check. That'll save it here in your working area. And then upload, you'll have to go down here to the right-hand corner. That will push it up live to the server where everyone can see it. Okay.
Is there a preview? I'm sure there is a preview mode.
Yeah, so Divi's a little different. You can either make your changes back here in the wireframe, or you make your changes here, in which case there is no preview. You're just seeing it here. And this counts as your preview basically. And then
once you hit save, then that's live.
Then it's live, and I usually keep like a live tab where I'm not editing, and so I can see what the user would see because sometimes it's a little off.
Right. Okay.
If you make any mistakes, as long as you don't leave this page, there's this clock sort of time travel thing here, and it will show you all the steps you've done, and you can revert back to a previous step or even in.
Okay.
And click check to save and then save. So if you can screw up quite drastically, and as long as you haven't left the screen, you can recover from it.
If you have left the screen, are there archived versions of the site like yesterday or something?
So, well, depending on your hosting, your hosting usually saves a day's worth.
Yeah.
It takes a copy every
24 hours.
Every 24 hours, yeah. Also, like the WordPress you're familiar with, if I go to edit page, I think that saves some revisions. I'll have to find that. I'm not used to Gutenberg Builder. Somewhere in here, there's revisions. I'll look that up for you because that would be good to know.
Yeah, just in case we have a disaster.
Oh yeah, it happens all, it happens all the time. Okay, so this page, I think it's pretty straightforward. Just anything that's gray and has a gear, you can change. Like these are buttons, and it's pretty user friendly. Like you'll be able to see, oh, clearly this is the text that's on the button, and where it says link, that's where I changed the link.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So then, like if I want to change this unprecedented, right? That's one of those we're going to change. So, so then I simply would go to right there. I go to a gear, and I could change all the text within the gear. Now, but now there. Am I writing HTML, or I see HTML written there?
Yeah. So
there's a text version and a visual version.
Exactly. So here's the code. You know, sometimes it's a little easier to.
Yeah, well, I'm comfortable with that, but a lot of people may not be.
Okay, cool.
And then to switch the woman's photo out, I just
find the gear.
Go on the gear, upload a photo.
Do this gear, yeah.
Boom, perfect. Yep. Okay, cool. So it's very all right.
So it's only down here where things are a little different. Here, each of these grid boxes actually is a thumbnail to a whole post.
Okay.
So if I open up this gear, you don't see like the 6 thumbnails. You see this is actually a repeating loop, looping through these 6 posts. So if like one of these posts is outdated, in fact, a few of them are, if I wanted to, you know, or maybe the teacher's different or we're changing a time or something, then instead of changing that here on the home page, I actually have to find that post.
Okay.
But the good news is when you make a change in that post, it will automatically change the home page. It will automatically change the class page. Anywhere that post is mentioned, all the new data will autofill.
Oh, okay.
So it's beautiful.
How do I find the post then if I'm looking?
Okay, so let me see the home page. Yeah, that's about all to do on the home page. So let's not save any of that. So normally in a WordPress site, you have posts, pages, and projects, a default with every WordPress installation. I've made a whole bunch of new ones for you. Sponsors, exhibits,
cool.
Artists, classes, and that's it. And this is what's going to make your site so much more organized and so much easier.
Oh, I like that. That's great.
Everything straight. Yeah. These are called custom post types. Okay. So the class, here's all your classes, and you know, you can just open it up. This is where the description goes. And then I've made all these little fields that you just enter them.
Oh, cool.
And it fills out the template.
So like if I'm doing a new, I would never really edit an old class. I would just save that old. I always build a new class, right, for a new class, because I want to keep. Then so there's a way of just turning off one that's there and turning on.
Yeah. You can always put one into draft mode. Like you can just say I'm not going to do it, but you can just take an old one and right now it's published. We could switch it to draft and then
that just turns it off then, so you can't see it.
Right.
It still exists, but you can't see it on the homepage or the other classes page. And then this is where you're saying, so show me. So if I do a new class, then I'm going to do the new thing. I'm going to do the plus sign up above there.
Yeah, add new here or add new here. You can do it from
there. Okay. And then that whole format shows up then that you just showed me. So date, time, location. That's great. Wonderful.
Yep. It's super easy.
And then how does that hook into our registration form then?
What you would have to do is, here's the link. You put the link.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And set the image here. And like I said, once you publish it, it's going to autofill everywhere.
And so the class categories, then those sync up with the boxes you've done on the page when I'm choosing. That's great.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And even those little check boxes and things. Let me see. Yeah, these guys will all, it'll like if you invented a new category, it would just automatically show up there.
Great.
So I'm pretty happy with this.
That's great. That's
I think
really nice.
it's
So then the same thing is true now when I get to these. So let's see now. I have the main page. I click on classes. I get a superset of all the classes. And I click again and I get the actual class, which is where we are right now.
yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
there's that. And then you click here again. Can you go to can we click through the class thing?
Sure.
Just where the class, the summer camps, the middle one, isn't it? Oh, this one. Okay.
View all classes. Yeah.
View all classes. Okay, so we go there.
Here they are again.
Are there now? So then these changes. So if I again, if I put one of these into draft mode, it just goes away, right?
Yeah, and so this grid, like I can't remember what number I set this to. You know, there's a couple ways you can limit what people see. One is the draft mode. The other is if I set this grid and said only show me 5, you know, the other ones would be
Oh, okay.
Or show me 5 at a time, then we'd have a pagination page 1 here and page 2 here.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the classes. The artists works the same way. The exhibition works almost the same way. It's just using this pattern of using posts and
Okay.
displaying them in grids.
And so then you've done so obviously we don't have that mess anymore. So pages versus posts. So pages are sort of the superstructure of the site, right? Correct?
Yeah, so posts are what they call it for temporal content or, you know, updated content.
Okay.
And pages are tend to be more static.
Right. Okay. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
and if you guys, as long as you just kind of keep things in these categories, that should keep your back end really clean and you'll know where to go to look for things.
I still can't find things on the existing. It's like,
Yeah, it just takes some understanding. I mean, the person who made your site did a real and quite a good job, but just having to understand, or maybe it was the updaters, like sometimes they'd make a new thing, a
right.
post, and sometimes a page, and then it was like, yeah, when you're looking for it, it's a little
Yeah.
frustrating.
I want to make some best practices before people start wrenching on this, so we don't
Yes,
end up in that. So if you click on, can you click on all pages for me?
sure.
Okay. Yeah. So about.
Oh, so I have to delete some of these. Some of these were templates I was using. So it
Oh,
will be about
art anytime, artists, exhibits, home, membership.
yeah, I'll clean this up for you.
Okay.
But
Yeah. No, this makes sense. So yeah. So these are the to me they're like the supersets of the
yeah,
subcategory, like
yeah,
classes and workshops, for example, is like the main page, and then once I go deeper in that, then I'm into posts, right?
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, and um that is kind of the meat of it. But
Yeah.
I did want to show you this header because this is its own wacky entity because you're probably going to want to change these from time to time. And even maybe you want to change these, but these are the
Yeah.
main things that are going to
The
change.
featured stuff we're going to want to change probably more often than obviously than the navigation part of it.
Right.
I love having this. Yeah, because like unprecedented is gone now, and summer art camp, both those are going to go away to become some new feature thing.
Yeah. And maybe, maybe you want to have a whole post about your move. You just want to make a new page. It's not going to be a permanent part of the site. So in that case, I would write a new post. I can help you build it out or whatever, and then just click to it for now, and then maybe later it won't be there
Okay.
anymore. Okay, so here under Divi Theme Builder, this is where all the templates live, including that template with the menu on it.
Okay.
So so I have a global header and a global footer. They're on every page of the site. And depending on whether it was a class page or an artist page, the templates are unique to those types of things. But if you wanted to change the header, and you have to be careful with this because there are no revisions on the header. Once you change it, you can't
go back.
It's a quirk. I don't know why. It makes me nervous. And also it'll change throughout the whole site. So you have to be like sober and well rested before changing this part.
Okay. I'll make sure I don't have any wine before
Anyway, you can see that everything here is grayed out because when you're looking at the site, stuff rolls.
Excuse me a second.
Paco. No problem.
Hey, Paco, it's okay. Very attentive, alert dog.
Okay. Anyway, don't be turned off by the fact that this is all gray. It's just saying it doesn't display to the user until you click this hamburger button in the corner. But same thing, you're just looking for the gears for this particular module, and then you can change this, and you can go into the link and tell it what page you want it to go to.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay, easy.
And the reason why everything's bright green is this whole area is global, which means if you make a change here, it's changing throughout the site. So it's kind of your warning to pay attention. And then same thing, you would click here, you'd click save. And then there's one more. Oh, actually, never mind. That's all you would do. And then this would be changed. The footer, I tried to put your current, the hours might change at different times of the year. So you'd change that here in the footer. Okay. So I'm trying to think what else. Your forms are the same. I use the same software you're using before. What else? Media library, you guys know how to do that. I think, I'm always here to answer questions, but this should be enough to get you started with.
Yeah, no, I think it's good.
Photos and text, yeah.
One thing I was wondering if we can change on the front page, on the top, the main logo, when you go to the main page, see how we have the redundant HCA blocks there?
Yeah.
Can we just cut that out with the next to Healdsburg Center for the Arts? Just get rid of that.
Sure.
Don't you think it's kind of redundant to have both those logos on the top?
Yeah.
And that's just says Healdsburg Center for the Arts, a place to imagine. That's just a simple little stupid thing, but
yeah.
And again, like I say, we're gonna redo that whole logo. It's one of our next exercises, but
yeah,
get it first.
I talked to someone. I mentioned this. I forget what you described the designer her job was, and my boyfriend he knew who it was. So she's got a reputation in the area.
The designer for the space?
No, for the logo. You was someone who designed signage and
Sue Lobovoy. Oh yeah?
I'm really excited to see what
so I need to get her engaged in this whole thing. Yeah, she's been kind of quiet. I've been kind of elsewhere with all the move stuff. But yeah, well, I'm really interested in how she does she does this wayfinding signage stuff.
Yeah.
And we want to get involved. Do you know Linus Lancaster?
No.
He's an artist. He's a wonderful art instructor at the high school here, and he wants to get involved in doing more public art stuff. So we want to get onto the streets here. We want to be more than just like a building. And so he's done this really wonderful exhibit. If you have a chance, it's over at the the Purity building, the little building next to Shed there.
Oh yeah.
The old building.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to redo the whole center there. He's done this art. There's an exhibit standing right now in there, which all these kids did, these monsters, like they're it's very kind of heavy duty stuff. It's like, the monster within you kind of thing. Wow. And they're all these sculpture pieces that they're like 6 feet high, some really heavy duty stuff, like a lot about COVID and a lot about, maybe drug use and just family stuff, sexual stuff, it's like their inner psyche sort of stuff. So anyway, he wants to do like he wants like that exhibit to be like all over town,
Oh my
stuff
gosh.
like that. Yeah, so I think this wayfinding woman would be great to have like signage around, like a you know what do you call those, treasure hunt kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You know?
geocacher. Yeah.
But to take that notion into the website, or into the shop, and the center itself, and how we kind of put all those together. I just love to see what she comes up with.
That's super exciting. And I don't know, all the energy you guys have right now, it's fun. I feel happy to be a little part of it.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah. So yes, I mean, I worked on that whole mission vision thing. Was, gosh, almost a year's worth, over a year's worth of work actually, to get to that, and I
yeah.
got them all to sign off on. So I was
It just sounds so much more dynamic and
right,
involving more people.
right, right. That's the idea.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get
Hey,
away.
I thought of one more thing
Yeah.
that's not obvious. Now when we have this video, there's going to be a big gap of us talking and then another piece of information. But this main picture here, it's not, you can't just click on it to edit it.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to show you where to do that. This is actually the featured image of the page. And
Is that true on every page and every one of those then?
yeah, this large image to the side of the main pages.
Oh, okay. Good.
So not, I'm trying to think, the artist pages might be different and the class pages, but at any rate, so the featured image, this time I'm going to click the settings gear for the whole page, which is down here in the purple. And this is where that picture is. So to change it, I would click here, click save, and then it would just change.
Okay. So it's just a location thing. So it's just not, I'm not hovering over the image.
Yeah, so like if I hovered over this, like I can't, there's no gear to click. So I would need to do it here. Alternatively, kind of the typical WordPress way of doing it would be somewhere around here. There's a featured image. You could do it here too.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's fine.
All right.
Good. Well, I've got enough to get in trouble.
You do, and I'm totally here to answer questions. And even when we're done, I'm, whatever, for quick things, you guys
Yeah.
always contact me. And if we work out some sort of maintenance deal, that's fine. But I just want this to be a tool for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can help.
I think we probably do want to do some kind of maintenance thing, because I need to have someone who knows what they're doing, and has a consistency to the workflows and all that, because when you have a lot of people wrenching on these things, they get out of control very quickly.
Yeah.
People start adding stuff on and moving things around and that. So there was one quick question though too about that. Speaking of which, I have one board member that wants to see, of course, on the front page, the donate button. You know what? Forget it. I'm not going to do it. I told him he's old world.
Okay.
I explained to him. I said, "Look, it's in the drop-down menu." I said, "That's right there." So he wanted to see that, on the front page, it's down at the bottom. He wants to have it up, but it's like, no, but it's already in the nav when you go down on so never mind.
Okay. I get that request a lot from nonprofits, and I feel like if there's a visitor that has in mind they're going to donate, they're not going to give up,
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave it alone. Okay. Great. Well, this is really wonderful. Thank you so much for this. Now we owe you money too. So I guess I have the invoice, right?
I don't even know if I send you one. I'm horrible about invoicing. I'll send you one for.
Send me the total thing so we get you paid.
Okay.
Because you've been on this for a long time.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciated. Thank you.
Very good. All right. So yeah, so I'm going to show it to them I'm going to get in and start just changing content. And then I want, so to throw the switch then next week, we talked about changing hosts.
Yeah. So you have GoDaddy now, right?
Right.
Right. So the host I have it on now, Cloudways, is like $10 a month, um, which is quite economical, and it's very fast. It's a little bare bones, like their uh, tech support, like English is definitely everyone's second language
Oh,
there.
all right.
And then Flywheel is a little more, it's $13 a month, but it's like boutique tech support, also very fast. And I think for you guys, that might be a good place. But I would need to know how your email, like I don't want to touch your email if you already have that set up at GoDaddy.
Yeah, and I think we paid. GoDaddy hit us for a bunch of money. Like they got us prepaid for 3 year. It was some weird deal that Kathy Birdsong, who's the chairman of the board,
Uh-huh.
and she paid for all this stuff. And I said, "What are you doing? Like, what are you paying for?" Because they're very clever at billing you with
Oh, they're
stuff.
horrible. Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like, and so we paid hundreds of dollars for some things, and it was like some of it was SSL stuff, some of it was like she had no idea what all these things came up. So this, of course, they had the credit card, so they just auto renewed, and they pushed it out like 3 years. So we may have our service paid
Okay.
for.
Fine, that's fine. So in that case, I think I wrote this in the email. I can copy your site as is now. I'll just, temporarily house it on my server
Okay.
and then replace what's on GoDaddy with the new site. And it'll be fine there. Everything will just point to that. And then, if anyone gets nervous or wants the old site back or we need to refer back to it, I'll have a copy of it, for 6 months or whatever.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And then,
All right, let's do that. Yeah, let's keep it on GoDaddy for now, just because I think until I can unravel, it's really hard to unravel. Like I go in there and I go, "What have we paid for?" And I can't even tell. They make it so convoluted.
I know.
I hate them. They're horrible.
Too.
I think they've gotten our money already. So
Okay, that's totally cool. I mean, for a site this size, it'll be fine.
yeah,
It's a shame you're paying all that extra, but just roll
yeah,
with it.
it's already been done. Cool. All right. So I'm looking at Kelly and I are going away for 4 days. We're back on Monday.
Okay,
The board meeting is on Tuesday, so I'm really looking at throwing the switch like on Wednesday.
cool. That works for me.
Very good. All right, Tina.
All right, great
Thank
to see
you.
you. Have
Bye.
fun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, how do we save the recording?
Do you save that? Oh, here.